everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I want to show you the items that I purchased during the month of February. This is actually something that I want to start up as a series for this year. At the end of every month I want to film and upload what I've bought that month. So this is a video that I have taken inspiration from the channel Make Up Your Mind, who I will link in the description box below. And this is something that she does every month. She goes over the items that she's purchased. Some months she's purchased quite a lot of products, other months she's maybe only purchased 3 or 4 items, but it is for me a good way to keep track of my purchases. When I first thought about doing this for my channel, I did worry that it would encourage me to spend more, but I'm trying to sort of not get in that mentality, and I'm hoping it will have the opposite effect, because based on how much I have to the side of me here that I've bought in February, which bear in mind is the shortest month, I really need to put a cap on things and stop spending as much. So hopefully doing these videos will help me keep a sort of track of things of what I am purchasing, and also be a way of possibly keeping an inventory of what I purchased throughout the year, so that if I say do some roundup videos at the end of the year, I can then work out what I purchased when and how long I've been trying things for and stuff like that. So a couple of reasons why I thought it would be quite good. I do really like haul videos, I do really enjoy watching them myself, and I do enjoy filming them as well, because like I say, it does get everything together in one place to see what I've purchased. But hopefully doing it this way, it'll be easy to keep tab on things and hopefully keep tabs on my spending, which is the important thing. So I do have quite a few products to go through here, and because of doing the intro, this video will be a little bit longer, so let's get started. So this is going to be in no particular order because I can't remember what order I purchased things in, so I'm just going to go with what I grab at first. So I made a purchase from the website Feel Unique, as I had a unspent gift voucher code from my latest Feel Unique pick and mix samples, and I also had a 20% off code. One of my lovely subscribers followed my refer a friend link, which is always in the description box below, and when you do that you get 20% off, and so do I. So I thought I would spend it, as there was a couple of things I had my eye on. The first one was this Physicians Formula Coconut Eye Makeup Remover. This is just a 59ml bottle. If I'm honest, I did think it was a bigger bottle than that, but for an eye makeup remover, it should still last a decent amount of time. So it does say it contains coconut milk, so I did presume it was going to smell of coconut, but it doesn't smell of anything at all. That's probably a good thing, because I know fragrance isn't the best for your skin, especially your eye area, which is extra sensitive, but I do like the smell of coconut, so I was kind of hoping it would. Not a major issue, just a point I thought I would note, because I don't know if I would have sort of rushed to purchase it as much if I would have known it didn't smell like coconut. The other item I ordered from Feel Unique was this Essie All-in-One top and base coat. I'm currently using I think it's a Nails Ink base coat and an Essie top coat, both of which are coming to the very end, and I do believe they are probably going to run out around the same time. So I was shopping for both top coat and base coat, and I see this being an all-in-one. So I think it was £8.99 originally, and then I say I got the 20% off. So I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. It does say base coat, top coat and strengthener. I have tried kind of these sort of 2-in-1, 3-in-1s before, and they haven't been the best, but it's been a long time since I have tried one, so keen to give this one a go. And I say the top coat I use now is Essie, and I do really like how that performs, so got high hopes for this one. The next thing I purchased was this Bare Minerals Rosy Days set, and this contains a full-size Gen Nude Matte Liquid Lipstick and a full-size blush. So there are the 2 items. The liquid lipstick is in the shade Friendship. This is a lip product that I have actually had in the past, but that's long gone in the bin because it had gone off, but I'm really excited to have it again because it is such a really nice formula and a gorgeous shade. And then we have a blush in the shade On the Mauve. It does look like it has a slight shimmer to it, but not too much, so it should be okay, and I'm keen to give it a go. This was a set that I seen Things by the Berk mention in, I think it was a Ulta wishlist video, and she said that this set was $15. When I looked on Look Fantastic, which is where I purchased these from, it was on sale for £25. So that was a sort of hard pass from me that it was so much more expensive here, but then it did go on sale to £15, and I also had a 20% off code for, I think I paid about £13 for it. When I initially decided to purchase it, I did think this was one of their, is it Bounce and Blair blushes? I didn't realise it was just a normal Gen Nude one, but I do like the brand Bare Minerals, so it's fine. And I think for 2 full-size products, that is a really good price, to be honest. Based on how much these are full price, even £25 was probably still a good deal, but to get it for £13 that I did is so much more better, and I'm excited to have this one back in my collection and also to try this blush. I then placed another order with Juvia's Place. All the items that I've ever purchased from Juvia's Place, I've always purchased from them direct, because dollar to pound ratio, it's always so much more better value for money than if I purchased from Beauty Bay. This time, unfortunately, that was not the case. I did actually purchase 2 things from them because they had free shipping. This was a few weeks ago now. First thing I ordered was the Saharan 2 palette. I did purchase the Douce palette from Juvia's Place not that long ago, and I know I have said I don't like the formula as much as the 12 pan formula, but it is still a good formula and better than some of the other eyeshadows that I've tried. I also decided to pick up one of their 5 single shadow bundles. The reason why I say that this order wasn't as good value for money as previous ones is because I got stung for customs. When I made my order, it did come to under $20, which I believe is the threshold at which you pay customs. I think it's £15 or $20. My order for the 2 things came to $19.20. I unfortunately did not realise though, when Juvia's Place fill in the customs form, they have to announce the full worth of the products. So they had to say that this one was worth the $20 or whatever it is. And then I think the 5 individual shadows were worth around about $20 as well. So unfortunately, I did have to pay customs. The customs charges themselves were only about £4 or £5, but when you do have to get something sent back because of customs, you do always have to pay a £8 admin fee, which then bumped the total cost up to, I think I paid £12.90. So overall, I did end up paying over £20 for these 2 products. Okay, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably what they are worth full price. The other slight issue that I had was the shades that I was sent for the random 5 single shadows. I have the shade Lala, Carlotta and Angola, and if I hold them up next to each other, if I can, which is really hard because they are so big, if you can see how very similar those shades are to each other. When they are swatched, there are ever so slight differences. Actually, I'll just show you the 3 swatches, and as you can see, they are very similar. They're just, some are ever so slightly darker than others. And even though they are different shades, I was very surprised to receive 3 shades that close together in the bundle. The other 2 shades that I got were this Casablanca, which is a really nice copper shade, and then this one, Zaria, which is a kind of black, slightly khaki green with gold flecks. Really like those 2 shades, and to be honest, I do like the other shades they sent me. They're just too similar to each other. I also had not appreciated how large their eyeshadow pans were. I had presumed they were just kind of normal pan size, which you can see the difference between them. I hadn't realised they are the same size as the 9 pan palettes. I just thought they were going to be the same as the 12 pans. So in that respect, I am getting more eyeshadow for my money than I thought. Obviously a bit bummed that I did have to pay the customs charges and I got very similar shades, but they are neutral shades, and I think I probably would have been more disappointed to receive 5 bright shades that I wouldn't wear. So sort of swings and roundabouts in that respect, but that was my latest experience with Juvia's Place. Because of the large sizes of the eyeshadow pans, I was unable to fit them all in this palette that I originally had them in with my, well, the rest of this palette. So I've had to then make another purchase of a new empty palette, and this was from Makeup Revolution, and it was larger than I thought it was, but now I can fit in a few different shades and also the middle of my Tarte pan. So now I have my singles over 2 palettes, which isn't ideal, but it does mean I can kind of chop and change around and create my own little palettes for sort of seasons and things. So what I've done in here is I've kind of put my darker shades here, my more pastel-y, paler colour here, and then I say I've got my pan in the middle. You can fit more of the shadows across the top here. It's just kind of a bit of a jigsaw to fit everything in properly. I'm still sort of messing with it because I've not had them long. My only issue with this is the plastic on the top is really thin, and I'm scared that it's going to just pop out, so I don't feel like my shadows are actually very safe in here. But for the size of this empty palette, it was only £5, so I can see what it's like, but I wouldn't trust this to travel with. Then I made a visit to TK Maxx, which I did upload a vlog from, which I will link in the cards. I did show a haul of the items that I picked up while I was there, but I will just quickly go over them again. The first thing I picked up was this Covergirl Clump Crusher Mascara, and this one was £3.99. I didn't know that we could get Covergirl here at all. It's the first time I've ever physically seen it in a shop. They did have the green, the purple and the orange. I was tempted to pick up all three, but I thought I'd give this one a go, and then they did have quite a lot of stock of them there, so if I do like this I can always go back, and if they have more then it's meant to be that I try the others. I also picked up this brush from e.l.f. This one is the powder brush, and I'm excited to give this one a go. The final thing I picked up was this Misha BB Cream. This is a product that comes highly recommended from Jessica Braun. She regularly uses it on her channel, so when I seen it and the fact that it was only £6.99, I thought I would give it a go. I got it in the shade Bright Beige. I didn't have any kind of comparison to how dark of a shade that was because it wasn't open, so obviously couldn't swatch it and things. But I did actually see Jessica mention in a recent video that I watched where she was applying this again. She is the shade 23, which was actually the other shade that they did have there. And from previous experiences of what shade she tends to go for in foundations, she does wear a little bit darker than me, but not too much darker. So I think this might be about right, because I do believe this is the shade down from the one she's got. So fingers crossed it is the right shade, but I'm excited to give it a go. I then made a very small Colourpop order. I do usually try and kind of save up my Colourpop orders and wait till I'm ordering $50 worth of products so that I can get free shipping. But obviously with taxes and things like that, because you don't get stung for customs, which is good, but with taxes it always ends up pushing $65, which is a lot of money to spend in one go. So I decided to take the hit and pay the shipping this time because there were just a couple of items that I really wanted to try. The first one is from actually 43 Beauty rather than Colourpop, and it is their sister brand, and this is the Waterfall Gentle Tonic. 43 Beauty is a brand that is on my list of brands I want to try in 2020, so I'm finally excited I am going to be able to try them. I have pretty good things about this toner, and it does contain hyaluronic acid, which I do love in my skincare, so I'm excited to give this one a go. And then the next thing I ordered was the Going Coconut palette. This one keeps going in and out of stock, and that's the reason why I just took the hit with the shipping, because when I've had quite a few things in my basket and I've gone to make another purchase, it's always gone out of stock and I've never been able to order it. So while it was in stock, I thought I would bite the bullet and get it. It is just a kind of very neutral palette, but it is right up my alley, and I think I'm going to make use out of pretty much every single shade in here. It does have a slight dent in one of the pans down here where you can see up there has kind of rubbed into it, but I would rather have this on here and the palette not be smashed than just have a slight dent in there. Although the amount of bubble wrap that was included in this small package was a bit of an excess, but still. This is only the second of their £9 palettes that I've purchased. The first one I got was the Ooh La La Pink palette, but this one I just couldn't turn down because, say, this one just kind of speaks to me everything that I like about an eyeshadow palette. This is probably the quickest that I've had a Colourpop order arrive. I literally ordered it a week ago. Normally orders from Colourpop take at least 10 days, but on average 2 weeks. But this took a week from the point it got dispatched, and it did mean that I could include it in this video. The final couple of items that I picked up this month are from Primark. While I was there, I did have a quick nose in the makeup section, and I picked up a backup of the Wonderlash mascara. This is one that my friend recommended to me last year, and it has become one of my all-time favourite mascaras. So because I don't get to go to Primark that often, and it's also impossible to just nip in and buy something, I thought I'd best pick up a backup of this while I was in there. I then picked up a couple of their Gel Effect nail varnishes. I have the shade Blush and the shade Choc Chip. excuse how not very good at applying nail varnish I am, but this is the shade Blush, and I think it looks kind of a bit more browny peachy toned than I thought it would, because I thought it'd be more pinky toned, especially being called Blush. I think I've got quite a few nail varnishes from Primark in my collection now, and I do really rate the formula. I did only apply this last night, so it does still look in good condition, although I did manage to chip this finger in work today, which was really annoying, but I've kind of tried to do a patch job on it, so I won't get too closely to the camera with that. But for £1 each, they do last a good few days before they start chipping, apart from today. And I do recommend them as well, and they do have a nice array of colours, especially at the moment. They have these kind of shades, which I would say are winter spring transitions, which is really nice. Really recommend, and could easily have picked a lot more up. One last thing actually, which I wasn't going to show because I was wanting to just do makeup, but I can't resist, and it is something else that I picked up in Primark. It is this really cute Mickey Mouse backpack. I love the attention to detail on it. It has a Mickey Mouse hand on the zip there, and then it has a Mickey Mouse head on the zip there, and this was £14, and I think it is a really good size. And it was actually my 3-year-old that spotted this and asked if she could take it home, and I did really love it because it was kind of retro looking to me, so I couldn't resist, and I thought I'd give it a go, and I thought it would be ideal, especially because later on in the year we are taking a trip to Disneyland Paris, so this is going to obviously come with us for that. So that is it for all the items that I purchased in February. More than I intended to purchase, but I did go to Primark, which I don't usually, and I also went to TK Maxx, which I don't usually, so I can kind of be excused in that respect. But that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.